It was a trip to the Northwest for the Wisconsin Badgers in a Saturday matchup against the reigning Big Ten champion Oregon Ducks. We'll recap that game from Autzen Stadium. Our voice of Badger volleyball, John Arias, sits down with 3 All-American setters, past and present. All of that and more coming up on this week's edition of the Badger Sports Report. Whittington is the running back, more back to throw. 4-man Wisconsin rush, pockets tight, down he goes. Mason Reiger drills the quarterback outside the 40-yard line. Continues for the Ducks. Thomas, as the snap goes through his hands, he picks it up and pays the price as he gets belted. Couple of times, most notably by Parker, or make that by Aaron Witt. Back on the ball, Simmons to throw, under pressure, hit as he throws, deep shot, right side, caught by Hilton, inside the 5, and down near the goal line, 1st and goal, Wisconsin. Oh, Hunter Simmons hit on the release. He finds the freshman Eugene Hilton. Simmons gets the snap, and he'll throw it right side, caught by Mason. Touchdown, Wisconsin! There, I said it.
How'd that feel?
Felt good.
A little pent up, let it rip.
Set the standard, let's go.
Ricardo Holman from one end of the yard to the other. Touchdown, Wisconsin, as the Badgers are back in the fight. In stride, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Wisconsin. And a clean path to the quarterback, Christian Allegro. He's gone, 10, 5, touchdown, Wisconsin.
The Badger Sports Report is presented by UW Health and is brought to you by Hy-Vee and by Construction Business Group, by Gruber Law Offices, and by WEA Member Benefits.
Have you heard people say women's sports are having a moment?
It's not a moment.
Moments are fleeting. They come and they go.
This isn't just a moment.
But success is nothing new at Wisconsin.
History in Wisconsin!
There's a history here.
Age championship.
So let's celebrate women's sports for what it really is.
It's not a moment.
It's not a moment.
It's a movement.
And you're invited to come along for the ride.
UW Health, proud title sponsor of Badger Women's Sports.
Clear your path to a great career today. Climb to reach your career potential with no loans and no debt, so you can earn while you learn. A Wisconsin Operating Engineer's Apprenticeship is your opportunity to work outdoors and get heavy equipment experience. Partner with your employer for serious pay, great health and pension benefits. Acquire real-world experience while building Wisconsin together. To start your career journey, visit join139.com today.
It's the simplest expression. The smallest thing that changes everything. A smile. So easy. A smile lights it up. Apologizes. And welcomes unconditionally. Because the shortest distance between two people is a smile.
Thank you.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
At Gruber Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today, proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
Jumps a pass to Winter, high on the right. Winter has it in space and finds Boyd again, high on the right in front of the first row of seats. Boyd in the lane, left-handed layup, good for Nick Boyd. He's got 9. Carrington tracing the arc, wrap left of the circle, 10 to shoot. Janicki, 3-ball, left wing, good for Jack Janicki, the left-hander. Badgers have it with just 4 on the shot clock now. Carrington, right wing, has to let it go, and he hits. A 3-ball for Braden Carrington, his first points of the game. Rebound to Boyd, sprints up the sideline, far side. Wrap, right of the circle. Deep three off the front rim. Blackwell the rebound inside. Second try, John Blackwell. It rolls around and it's tipped back in by Nolan Winter. Boyd flips it into Blackwell, left of the circle. Top of the key now for Rapp. Right of the circle, fakes a pass, lets it fly, hits the three. Austin Rapp with 14. 67-66 Oklahoma. 6:34 and running to play. Boyd, free throw line, no one there. Left-handed layup, Nick Boyd. He's got a baker's dozen. Wisconsin's got the lead. Blackwell the rebound for Wisconsin. He brings it up the floor right to left. Austin Rapp for three, top side, good! We are tied at 78.
It all started with the defensive possession.
I feel like it's very beneficial. We've been playing against each other for the past 2 to 3 months. It's getting repetitive, you know. The boys know who's going to do what and whatever, but it's good to kind of go against another conference team in the SEC, and they're physical, they're fast, they get out in transition, so it kind of gives us a look at what we need to do better, and it's only the start, I feel like. So we'll run down the film and kind of go over tomorrow and just get better from this game. It's very beneficial.
I think we have a good, cohesive group. I think we get along really well. Obviously, like I said, it's our first game playing with each other. A lot of growing pains, a lot of things we can learn from this game, but honestly, it was fun out there playing with those guys. I know we came up with the L, but no, I was smiling, you know. Those guys getting the crowd hype, and you know, it's a lot more moving forward.
We believe in education. We believe in public schools. At WEA Member Benefits, we believe in helping Wisconsin public school employees and their families achieve their financial goals by providing personal insurance, retirement and investment, and financial planning programs that are designed specifically for the education community. Proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, WEAbenefits.com.
Your animals depend on you every day. So we build equipment you can depend on every day. Equipment that powers through mud, dust, and extreme weather. So cutting hay, feeding livestock, and managing land is easier. Loaded with intuitive, innovative features and tech, Case IH equipment isn't just built to work. It's built to work for livestock producers. Case IH, built by farmers.
Wisconsin volleyball has had massive success over the last decade plus, and it's thanks in part to their setting. I'm joined by 3 All-American setters from the University of Wisconsin, 4-time All-American Lauren Carlini, 5-time All-American Sydney Hilley, and an All-American in her first year at Wisconsin, now in her second season, Charlie Fuerbringer. Thank you guys for coming out and talking to me today. Thanks.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Now, the reason we're able to do this is twofold. Number one, Sydney is here with Athletes Unlimited. You guys are playing your season. You're in Madison for a couple of weeks. And your mother, shout out to Christy Hilley. For real, because if she doesn't say to you, hey, you should get all the setters together, I'm whiffing on this, and I'm not doing that. So shout out to your mom to start.
Shout out.
But like I said, you're here with Athletes Unlimited that season, very limited season.
Mm-hmm.
How's it been going so far for you?
So far, so good. We're about halfway through. So our first 2 weeks of matches were in Omaha, Nebraska, and then we finish our last 2 here in Madison. So it's really awesome to be back here.
And Lauren, you got to play, obviously, here in Madison with League One volleyball, and then you got to play in the red-white scrimmage, too, at the Fieldhouse.
Sure did.
Yeah, what was, you guys are saying, yep, what was that like for you?
No, it was fun, of course, just being back. Being back in the Fieldhouse is one thing, but just being able to call this home now and compete here, and also, to Sid's point, people who have never lived in Madison or experienced Madison volleyball culture, having them on the team and be like, whoa, this is insane, the amount of fans and the atmosphere that they bring, that part's been really cool for me. So the playing part has been amazing, but being able to bring other people kind of into this circle has been one of the best parts.
Okay, so between the 3 of you I mentioned, 10 All-American honors between the 3 of you. Is there something unique or special about Kelly Sheffield that makes setters or the top setters want to come to Wisconsin?
I think for me, seeing Lauren start as a freshman, and I think that really inspired me because I was like, I don't want to sit on the bench. I want to come in and play all 4 years. But I think talking to Kelly, I realized how much time he spends with that position group. Like, you spend so much time together, whether it's strategizing or just talking about leadership, and how he talked about if he wants to make you a better person more so than a player. So just like how much he invests in you was something that I was like obsessed about. I remember having phone calls with him throughout the recruiting process where he would just like quiz me on volleyball stuff, and I was like, yes, I'm obsessed with this. So that was one of the reasons that I wanted to play for him.
How about you, Charlie?
Yeah, adding on to that, I think we all three came in here too with these big goals, and Kelly understands that and is so good at helping those people reach those goals that they want to. Yeah, so I think that goes for any position, but it just happened to be 3 setters, so.
Yeah. Charlie, did you watch Sid and Lauren at Wisconsin?
No.
No?
Well, now I have, but
Yeah.
like growing up, Wisconsin wasn't someone we always watched on the TV. It was all like the California schools. And then my first time watching Sid was the national championship match. And from then on, like just clips of Wisconsin all the time. And that was the same year I committed. So that was a huge reason of why I committed, just watching how they went about things, how she went about things, and then getting to learn more about Lauren on the way.
Yeah. What are some of the things that you guys admire about the setters sitting next to you?
I mean, I think just, I don't know, I almost want to say like the lineage, right, of it being passed down of just really high caliber players, but also high caliber people. Like, these are incredible humans sitting next to me here, and Kelly takes a lot of pride in recruiting, like, this is going to be his setter for 4 years. And it's just how they go about things both on and off the court is something that I really admire about both of you guys. And it's been really cool just to see how both your careers have developed and blossomed, and pretty awesome that we're all still playing at the end of the day here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you guys admire about Lauren or Charlie about these two?
Yeah, I mean, I could talk about both of you for so long, but just Lauren, like just seeing how you changed this program and kind of changed the trajectory of it and made it into what it is today. You're a huge reason why like this is a top 10 program year in and year out, and just like wanting to leave it better than I came in, like to follow your legacy. And obviously being an Olympian, that's incredible. And I think both of you guys are just awesome leaders as well. Like your journey to being a leader, like your first to second year, I've already seen such a big change, and it's just awesome. And I think both of you are just like on the court, like gunslingers. Like you guys just take risks and play fearlessly, and I love that about you guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think like these are two of like the best leaders. I've learned literally everything that I know now from watching them too, hearing stories about them too, and obviously me and Lauren working together now. But just really selfless people who put the team before themselves, which I think is such a huge part of this sport and being great in the sport. So
Yeah.
I'd like to add one thing too in terms of leadership and just how we go about things. We're very different people in how we operate, and we do this disc test, and we're all very different on the disc. But
Wait, what are you? CD, right?
I am a DC.
Okay, I'm a CD.
What does that mean?
I'm an ID.
We all have a little bit of D.
A little bit of D. So basically, D is dominant personality. All you care about is winning. You're a huge people person. You're a big connector of the others around you. S, someone who's really steady, a lot of poker face. C, someone who is very stats, data driven. And so I think even though we're all very different in that sense, it's very cool because we're all successful in our own right. And so it doesn't have to be this like cookie cutter, I'm not trying to be Sid's not trying to be Charlie, etc. We're all very great in our own lane per se.
Yeah. What is that? Is there a common thread though that makes all of you guys elite? What do you think makes you elite as a setter?
Well, I think a common thread is that we all want to be great. We want to be the best, period, at the end of the day. And we want to lead this program better than we found it. Sid, I like how you said that. And that's what leading a Badger program is. That's what being a setter with this program is at the end of the day. But I think how we play on the court, there's like little tidbits that are similar. We all, of course, are competitors, but maybe we just show it in different ways.
Yeah. Do you guys have any thoughts on that? What kind of makes you an elite setter, Sid?
I think I pride myself in like getting the best out of my teammates and making other people look good, I think is like what I try to do. I think I'm really good at making like good decisions. And I think you guys are also very good at that. So I think that's like something that a high level setter does is they make good decisions and they put their hitters in situations to score.
Charlie, what makes you elite?
I'm still learning, but I think I do a really good job connecting with people on the court and off the court, which is super important. I think my teammates have a lot of trust in me and what I say, and they listen to me, and yeah, just that trust I have with all my teammates that I've worked to build.
Have you heard people say women's sports are having a moment?
It's not a moment.
Moments are fleeting. They come and they go.
This isn't just a moment.
But success is nothing new at Wisconsin.
History in Wisconsin.
There's a history here.
Age championship.
So let's celebrate women's sports for what it really is.
It's not a moment.
It's not a moment.
It's a movement.
And you're invited to come along for the ride.
UW Health, proud title sponsor of Badger Women's Sports.
Clear your path to a great career today. Climb to reach your career potential with no loans and no debt, so you can earn while you learn. A Wisconsin Operating Engineer's Apprenticeship is your opportunity to work outdoors and get heavy equipment experience. Partner with your employer for serious pay, great health and pension benefits. Acquire real-world experience while building Wisconsin together. To start your career journey, visit join139.com today.
And welcome back. We've got more with Wisconsin setters Lauren Carlini, Sydney Hilley, and Charlie Fuerbringer. I'm interested, too, about becoming great at the setter position, and one of those things I think that helps you guys become great is watching film. So I think you all kind of love that process, right? Can you talk about what that's like and how much film do you watch and how that's important?
I watch a lot of film.
Yeah.
And now coaching too, of course,
Even more,
it's even
probably,
more.
right? Yeah.
But certainly there's times where I go back and watch matches from a while ago. It's just to see like the differences in how we play the game. And I think with film, there's just so much to learn. And it's all good and dandy when you're winning, right? I think people pay less attention to that, but that's where like the real pride is taken. That's where the real learning happens, is going back, watching those matches that you won and lost, no matter the results. And trying to find things to get better at.
Yeah. Film's pretty important for you two as well?
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And sometimes you don't want to watch it, you know, and maybe you had a bad game and you're like, ugh, but you got to, because that's where you learn, and you get the most learning out of that when it is a bad match.
Yeah. Is there a specific, well, I don't know, like, I'm sure you've watched film before and you've gotten this like little piece of nugget of information rather, and you've used it and it's like really helped during a match. I mean that's probably the process of watching film, right? The most.
Yeah, and all the time you can learn from watching your own games, but I also watch a lot of like other international setters and like pick pieces from their games. So just like no matter what match you're watching, you can find something to focus on and get better from it.
Yeah, and I remember last year Kelly told me, Charlie, that you loved watching film, and that like you're talking about like different setters, like international setters too. Like you watch a lot of film as well.
Yeah.
How long have you been interested in doing it like that? Have you always been that deep into studying?
Yeah, I feel like coming to Wisconsin has made me like understand things better in the film and just really reading the game, where before I was kind of just watching and not really looking for specific things, but now I'm looking for more specific things in my own game and in the people I'm watching's game. One
other thing that's really wild about being a setter, I think, is just the split-second decision-making that you guys have to do. How chaotic is it when you're on the court? And I mean, I'm calling matches and I'm barely keeping up sometimes with everything that's happening. I don't know how your brain processes who to set, where to set them, just the little nuances of the game. Is it pretty chaotic, or?
I think once you get into the game, like you're kind of in a flow. Like you almost like feel like you're not thinking too much, even though you're making so many split-second decisions. I think you go in with somewhat of a game plan, depending on what you want to get going, depending on what the other team's defending you, and like blockers and defense. But then as the game is going on, you're adjusting to who has the hot hand, what's working, what's not, who do we need to get going, like. And Kelly obviously helps with that, but like you get a sense when you're on the court, like you just kind of trust your instincts.
Yeah. Is that what it is for you, Charlie? Just kind of instincts when you're going there? How much are you thinking?
Like, the more I'm thinking, the worse I play.
Sure.
So definitely more of a clear mind, but it's also things I'm doing every day in practice. So trying to emulate that, and I know my body can do the work, so working my mind on helping my teammates out the best I can.
What's that like though when you're in sync with a teammate? Can you get in the zone as a setter, I guess?
Sure.
Certainly. I think you can, it's, We've actually talked about this on the national team quite a lot. It's like you being in your flow state, it's so minimal. The times that you're in a true flow state where you're not thinking, it's like just we're going. And so when you do get in those moments, you ride that wave as long as you can. But most of the time there's decisions still being made, and there's so much learning and adapting that's happening throughout the match. But there's certainly times where there's a hot hitter and you know, like, okay, whatever I'm giving to them, it's gold. Yeah. So they're going to score, and you're continuing to go after them. Just recognizing those moments, right, and really trying to capitalize on that.
Yeah. Do you guys feel like that kind of flow state that Lauren talked about? Do you get in that sometimes? What's that like?
I think for me, like, I get like a little song playing in the back of my head, just like I can barely hear it, but that's when I know I'm like in my flow state and everything's just flowing and going your way.
Yeah.
And yeah, like she said, setting the hot hitter, you know they're gonna score. So.
And then you guys have to learn like where everybody wants the ball. Like that must. How long does that process take? I mean, how long does that take?
It's a never-ending process.
Sure. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know if there's a timeline on it, right?
You would think that you get through preseason, you're like, oh, this is gonna be bread and butter, easy. There's just constantly adjustments that are having to be made, and I know, like as a setter, I love that. Because if it was just perfect all the time, it'd be really boring.
Yeah.
And so being able to get into practice and have very specific things that you're working on, and maybe the connection with one of your opposites is off that day. Okay, how do we fix this? And it's solving problems along the way is one of the best parts about being a setter. You have to love that, or else you're going to have a tough time.
Anything to add to that?
Yeah, it's just that's another big thing that we look for on film is just how those connections are looking and what little adjustments can be made.
And the conversation isn't over. We'll have more with the Badger setters coming up next week on the Badger Sports Report.
It's the simplest expression. The smallest thing that changes everything. A smile. So easy. A smile lights it up. Apologizes. And welcomes unconditionally. Because the shortest distance between two people is a smile.
Thank you.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle.
At Gruber Law Offices, we take great pride in helping those who have trusted us after a serious accident. Our team has the knowledge, resources, and experience to get you the results you deserve. Don't wait to get the help you need. Make the right call. Call Gruber Law Offices today. Proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. One call, that's all.
The Badger Sports Report is presented by UW Health and is brought to you by Hy-Vee and by Construction Business Group, by Gruber Law Offices, and by WEA.
Middle blocker Wessel serves at Collier in the left. Backhand pass to attack for Collier, and she'll bounce it to the floor. A rocket past the defense of the Huskies. Washington attacks from the left side. Mateska dug by Una. Horner waits for it. Back sets over to Egan. Oh my goodness. Egan cracks one for a kill.
The Psychos there. Oh, here's a chance. Shapovalov, she scores!
Christopher Porter for the Badgers. Nice pass by, and staying on his feet for the Badgers, that's Thomas Rainbolt. Rainbolt on the center point, and Wisconsin takes the lead. Now the pass gets away to Martinez. Martinez, the center. Oh, that ball's up for grabs. And there's a shot and a goal.
Wheeling past Morrissey, back to Fitzgerald, sweeps it down low right to Finley. Christian had an angle to shoot, elected not to. Now Dexheimer redirect Tassie. It's in. Badgers score on a power play, 1-0. And it squirts free to the right of Hauser. He kept it out, lost his stick, got it back. Horbach gets around a man, breakaway, short-handed. Jack Horbach comes in, shoots, and scores. Jack Horbach. A shorty from the senior, a big one. It's 4-2 Wisconsin. Osborne angles a pass near the Badgers bench to Kukin and took a hit. Here's Montgomery right down the middle, through everybody. He scores! Wow! Montgomery from the center circle took off, and there wasn't an Alaska player that could stop him.
It's a bye week coming up for the Wisconsin football team. They'll next be at Camp Randall Stadium for a matchup against the Washington Huskies. So with the open date for football, we're going to talk basketball with head coach Greg Gard as they get ready to get it cranked up. The upcoming season fast approaching. We'll talk to you next week. Thanks for watching.
We believe in education. We believe in public schools. At WEA Member Benefits, we believe in helping Wisconsin public school employees and their families achieve their financial goals by providing personal insurance, retirement and investment, and financial planning programs that are designed specifically for the education community. Proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics, WEAbenefits.com.
Every farmer wants to up their uptime, so we purposefully designed our tractors and implements to keep you in the field. Tailored for your operation, Case IH tractors are intuitive to use, easy to maintain, packed with the latest tech, and backed by dealer support you can trust. Because Case IH equipment isn't just built to work, it's built to work for you. Case IH, built by farmers.
Have you heard people say women's sports are having a moment?
It's not a moment.
Moments are fleeting. They come and they go.
This isn't just a moment.
But success is nothing new at Wisconsin.
History in Wisconsin.
There's a history here.
8 championships.
So let's celebrate women's sports for what it really is.
It's not a moment.
It's not a moment.
It's a movement.
And you're invited to come along for the ride.
UW Health, proud title sponsor of Badger Women's Sports.